We here to give you the culture. Don't got no time for you vultures. If you wanna learn about the game, I can coach you. Ballin' so hard, I should be on your poster. Holding it down, now I'm hot like the toaster. Starting my grind, it'll never be over. You get the picture, I say like a closer. Talking that talk, it get wild like the Joker. I hear the hate, I just laugh at you dorks. We eating good, got you mad at your fork. Giving your game even if off the court. Saying you ball, I speak money in sport. Shine like a diamond, black Alex and spades. All mad and how I'm calling these plays. Like an anthem, I'm ahead of the game. All about my cut, so I linked up with Blaze.
Yo, people. It's G and Barl back again with the Blade Sports and Culture Show. We got a couple special guests today. We got my big brother, Travis Cunningham, from the Beast organization. We also got P.D. Parker from the Beast organization today. So, I mean, been excited, been talking about it for a while, but we finally got him on. Basically, what we want to do today is we want to interview you guys, kind of just get into your background, and then kind of talk about the organization and what you guys do. So, I want to go ahead and start with Petey. We just kind of want to talk about what got you guys into coaching, and just what got you into starting up with the Beast. So I'll just let you go from there.
I guess started in coaching. What is it they say? Those that can't coach.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I coached baseball for a little while. Got into coaching softball when my youngest, actually, my oldest daughter started playing rec league. Kind of helped out with her on her rec league team, and then my middle daughter played 1 year. She wasn't quite into it and stuff like that, and then my youngest daughter. She got into it, and as it progressed along, she had some natural ability. So the natural thing was at that point in time, Felix Alcala and Jeremy Havens had the Fairmount Fury.
Okay.
They were about 3-4 years older than what we were, and they had asked me and a couple other guys to take a younger Fury team. So that's kind of how we got into travel ball.
Okay. So from there, I'll let you kind of get into how did the Beast organization even start? I mean, Trav's kind of filled me in a little bit, but how did you guys, even get this idea? Was it kind of just piggybacked off that Fury team, or how was it? How did it get started?
Pretty much. So, like, what happened? We had the Fairmount Fury team, and the original Fairmount Fury team, like I said, that Jeremy and Felix coached. They got to, I think their last year was like 14U, and they all kind of split up and went their own way.
Right.
At that point in time, like if you had kids or girls wanting to go play in college at that point in time, it was kind of like you had to go down to Indianapolis to play. Bigger organization, bigger team names.
Yeah, more talent, all that stuff. So,
yeah.
Okay.
And so I coached with Dustin Barnett, which we call Barney, and Alan Bullen. At that point in time, we were kind of making a decision. We were coming out of 12U. We were going in the first year 14s, and we wanted to play at a higher level, and we didn't want to have to go down to Indianapolis when it kind of got to that time for us.
Yeah.
So actually, the funny thing is we were at state tournament down in Columbus that time. We had talked to some other guys about possibly combining a couple teams. They were from Kokomo. Brad Smith was involved in that, and he ended up coming on board with us and coaching. And we decided, we wanted to stay local and not have to, travel an hour and a half or whatever for practice. Because we felt like we had the talent here if we could keep it in-house.
All right.
And honestly, it was over euchre and beer.
Ain't mad at
that. Yeah, surprise. And we were kind of trying to figure out, just joking around, like if we started something different, like we wanted to incorporate Indiana in the name. And then at that point in time, I had my printing business, which was Beast Prints, and somebody's like, "What about Indiana Beast?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's got
a ring to it, huh? Yeah, nice."
So we had that first year. We tried to have 4 teams. We ended up with 1, and next year we added 2, and then the next year we ended up with 9 teams, and then that's when we were struggling finding coaches, so we were asking anybody, and Travis is blowing me up, and I'm like, I don't know about this dude.
Yeah.
But I was like, we got too many teams, not enough coaches.
All right.
So we'll let I guess I'm going to let him tell the story because it's actually kind of a funny story. But,
All right. Yeah, go in then. Let's get it.
So, I think it was James Dean weekend.
What year are we talking? This is what, probably 5-6 years ago?
2018,
So
2017.
not that long.
Yeah, it
Okay.
would have been.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is about that long now.
So you guys were 12U.
Yeah.
So it's 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, it'd be about 2018, something like that.
Yeah, 2018. We were over at Barney's old house drinking beer in the garage.
Yeah.
Shocker. And I was just like interested in getting into baseball or softball, just whatever one I got the opportunity for first.
Right.
And I told him, I'm like, hey, if you guys ever need anything like an assistant coach or something, just let me know because I'm interested in just getting started,
Right.
getting myself
foot in the
going.
door. Right.
And I'm like, oh, yeah. So he texts me, like, tryouts. And he's like, hey, I got your team. I'm like, cool. And then he took it away from me and gave it to somebody else. And text me again, hey, I got your team. And then gave it away to somebody else. Did it like 2 or 3 more times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you asshole. But I'm like, whatever. I just want an opportunity.
Right.
If I can just assistant coach with somebody this year, get my feet wet, and then kind of just go from there. Well, he finally texted me the last time and said, hey, I've got a team, and I understand if you just tell me to F all the way off.
Right.
And I'm like, no, man, I told you that I was interested. I wanted to do something. I wanted to get going, and baseball or softball. And if this is the opportunity that I'm going to get, this is the opportunity that I'm going to take. And I was coaching high school football at Madison Grant at the time, so I was trying to juggle both. And I eventually I was like, football's –
Yeah.
I love it, but it's just not what it once was, especially even just a couple years after I graduated.
Right.
The way I played and the way you could play, so I was like, I'm
right.
done.
And the simple fact that baseball is probably your first love when it came to sports anyways, right?
Yeah, baseball is my
kind of
number one
no-brainer
love.
there to
Yeah.
get into one of those two things.
So then pretty much it's a no-name coach on an organization that's going from 3 teams to 9 overnight and asking a bunch of 12-year-old girls' parents to trust me and see what we can do. And thankfully I've had 4 of them stick with me from get-go. I have 4 girls from my original team still. A couple of them have quit playing altogether. Some of them have moved on to other teams. Some of them have moved out of state, and some of them have just decided to stop playing altogether. So, but I'm pretty happy that I've got 4 strong still, and then 4 of them that stayed with me nonstop. I have 1 that's come back from that year. She decided to stay down. She's a 2007 birthday. So she stayed down at 12U when we moved up to 14. And then her and her stepdad came back, and he's helping me coach, and she's playing for me again. And then I've have 2 other girls that's been with me since year 2.
Yeah.
So I've got a pretty good base and core group.
Yeah, and this is something I was actually, when I brought it up to Carl about bringing you guys onto the show, I thought was the coolest part about it is I've, as being your brother, I've seen, these teams progress. I haven't got to a bunch of the games, but I've seen the progression just, based off talking to Trav and his posts. And I think the coolest thing that you're starting to see now is your guys' first wave of girls. And I think even your daughter is one of those girls that have moved on, and you're starting to see them have success at the next level. And I think that's what's so awesome is like what you said, you're just coming out of nowhere from, that 4 teams bumping up to 9, and then just people, like you said, trusting in you guys to take their girls in the right direction, and you're actually seeing that now. So I think that's really what's probably got to be one of the greatest feelings when it comes to being a coach and having that affirmation at the end too.
Yeah, I tell all my girls, like I yell at them, I chew them out, but they do work hard, they put in the work, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, you guys get the wins.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I will take all the losses because that means I didn't do something to put you in a good position. Yeah. I didn't prepare you properly, or I did something wrong, and we didn't play right because of me. So I take the losses, they get the wins, and
In all honesty, it's usually Travis's fault if you watch it.
Right. Yeah. So I guess you're just taking those, on the chin. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I rode him probably harder than any other coach in the organization. A lot of it is, we are really good friends, and I can talk to him a lot different than I can other coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, we do hang out, almost every weekend.
Right.
He asked, when he started, he's had a lot of success, in my opinion, is because he really bought in from the get-go, and he came in with an attitude of wanting to learn, not coming in. I mean, he had a great background, playing sports, coaching, stuff like that. But he didn't come in with that attitude that, hey, I already know everything.
I know everything, right? Yeah.
And I think that's why he's had a lot of success.
Yeah. And that's something, again, that I see, too, is, you guys, I know them first couple of years, they were tough, especially for Trav. There wasn't a lot of wins. Then there wasn't a lot of trophies being brought home. So to even have those 4 girls stick with you through all that is another thing. It just, speaks to the coaching, because when you do something like that, a lot of times, and I know you guys got girls coming from different schools, and even the boys too. Some of the baseball teams come from other schools. They're kids that don't have the, that team camaraderie because they haven't played together their whole lives. I mean, I'm sure you got a couple that, play on the same teams, grow up together, but you're bringing kids from different backgrounds, different coaching, different school, whatever it may be, and you got to throw it all together. And, it's going to be tough swapping players out back and forth, like you've said a couple times now and it's just, the travel ball thing in my head is just, it's such a tough thing because you bring them together for a short time. You know what I mean? And then you give them back to another coach. And I'm sure you got a lot of – and I know you guys went through that too with a lot of pushback from some of the schools' teams and stuff like that. And we ain't got to get into that. But, I just think you guys are really doing a great thing in the community. And to see it grow now into a baseball, to have the baseball rolling. And, Trav, you're actually – have you took point on that? Is that what that is? Or
Yeah. I'm the I guess you would call me the head of the baseball side of it.
Right.
It started out pretty much just like the softball did.
Yeah.
We tried to get X amount of teams. We had them. People stepped down. People went other directions.
Yeah.
Couldn't fill them. So we have one team running right now. So as disappointing as it may seem, we're right in line with the softball side and how the softball took off. So it's just, we do a prayer after every game, before every game, after every practice, after every game. Says day by day we get better and better, and so just have to take it day by day, and we'll have that team getting our name out there in baseball. There's going to be people asking. There's people already asking.
Yeah. Hey,
what's this about? Hey, what teams do you have?
Yeah.
I get asked all the time about different age groups. It's just finding a coach for those age groups.
Yeah, and that's, there's a lot that goes into the whole thing. You know what I mean? And we kind of see that here, even trying to do something like this with the show is it's tough for just 4 of us to get together and talk and try to, get shows planned, get everybody here on the same time. So, even just to have them that short period of time. Because what are you guys' – I know your guys' season is basically all year round, but it's when they're in – you got high school games or their school's got games in middle school. It's a lot of, fighting with schedules and stuff too. So, I know it's a lot that goes into it. But, seems like you guys are on the right path, doing the right things. And I guarantee you'll see the baseball grow just like that. So,
yeah, schedules get a little easier the older you get because I'm done after next week.
Yeah.
Because high school, you're not allowed to play high school sports and travel ball at the same time. So after this coming weekend, I'm done. And then he's with 12U, so he's going to keep going.
All right.
But I'm just going to kind of travel and watch my girls play for their high school teams and step back and be a fan for once of theirs instead of being the one that's riding them and yelling at them.
All right.
It's kind of been cool. And me and Trav talk about it a lot, and I talk to other coaches and parents in the organization. When we had that original softball team, I felt like we're on a journey, right? And it's you're going through a woods and there's no trail. And that original team that we just we finished off with most of them last year. And then Curtis Bynum's actually finishing off that team this year. But I felt like that team was blazing the trail,
Yeah.
And if you think about, like a highway, I mean, you don't go right through the woods and, put 6 lanes up.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go through and make the trail, and it's not paved.
And then build on it from there. Yeah. You got to lay that foundation.
Gonna, put down gravel, and then you're going to pave it, and then it gets wider and wider. And I feel like that's the way the baseball is going to go too. It's kind of funny. We had set out to have 4 baseball teams this year. We ended up with 1. Well, it's the exact same what happened with softball.
Yeah.
So, and Travis, when he was trying to put it together, he's kind of disappointed. I'm like, dude, it's the same thing that happened with softball, right? It's like you gotta start somewhere,
right?
And you got that one team, and then we're gonna grow it, and we're gonna grow it some more, And I think if we would have came in and we would have had 8, 9, 10, 14 teams like we do on the softball side, it would have got way too hectic.
Oh yeah.
So things go their course, and now we got that 14U team in baseball. So they're going to blaze the trail, and then we'll add another team or 2, and we'll add more. And it's really cool because now we've gotten to the point on the softball side, like my girls, and when I say my girls, my 18U team, when they went through it, when they first started emailing college coaches saying they were interested, those college coaches had no idea who the Indiana Beasts were.
Right.
Parents around here didn't know. We had people that were living 35 minutes away, and they're like, who?
Who? Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
What's Fairmount? And it's grown, and it's started to get a name. We're not up where we want to be yet. We don't have that 6-lane, interstate running, but each year we continue to grow it. And I think now we're pushing 40 girls that we put into college that wore, Indiana Beast softball jerseys. And it started from nowhere. And I think we're going to do the same thing with baseball. Anytime you start something, you guys have started this, the show and the podcast and everything. Everybody doesn't know about it right from the get-go.
Right.
Word of mouth starts traveling around and stuff like that. But the pioneers that started, and with the baseball side, everybody's like, oh, yeah, they know softball. Well, back in the day, it was like, oh, you guys will never be able to do this, man. It's never going to work. You're going to have to, you got to do it this way and you got to do it that way. Yeah. And I feel like it's going to happen with baseball too. Nobody wants to be on the ground floor.
Yeah.
They want to be on it.
Yeah, when it's rolling. Yeah, and and I think you guys got the right equation. You know what I mean? As far as how highly Trav speaks of you. You know what I mean? And just with the love that I know my brother puts into it every time he goes out there. He don't have a kid out there. He never has. And to think about when I look at organizations like travel organizations, you see a lot of these things just being ran like business, and it gets treated almost like those kids in college now. It's like, this is a business, you're here to win, and I think that's not always the right equation when it comes to that. It's got to be the right amount of love, the right amount of the right amount of trying to make your players elite and trying to make get them to the next level and all that be equal out at the end. Because if you're doing too much of one, then the other is not going to come across right. So I think you guys, like I said, you guys are doing a great thing, and that comes through with seeing 40 plus girls in college and seeing it grow and seeing the baseball side of it grow. And like I said, I think you guys will definitely do that. So
yeah, it's my favorite time of year. It's the most hectic, and that's tryout weekend. Yeah. Because it's really cool just to sit back from the first year that I went through tryouts, and we're like, man, I hope girls show up, or man, numbers looking kind of low. Yeah. Now we're like, damn, that line's long.
We got to make some cuts.
Yeah, we got to make some cuts now.
Can you guys, hey, somebody go up there and help the moms that are doing the registration table get more people through, and do we got pins to pin numbers on people that don't have them, or do we have this, do we have that? And then my next favorite day is Beast Day, and they're the most hectic, chaotic days that we go through in the season, but they're also two of the most rewarding. Where
was that, like your guys' Hell Week or something?
No, it's a camp,
right?
/ cookout.
Okay.
We did a picnic.
Work a little, have a little fun.
Yeah, we get all the teams together. We have like a little camp, little practice. Cool thing about it is we go all the way from like 9U up to 18U. So we got the big girls with the little girls.
Right.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
And we get them all together. We have like a little camp in the morning. We actually got a couple colleges to come over this year for it. Taylor came over, and Owens College, they came up for it. And then, so we do the camp in the morning, and then we have a cookout. Usually have some music playing, try to play some games. We hand out awards as far as, and then we hand out our scholarships to the girls. We call it, essentially we got a scholarship program where we give a little bit of money back to the girls that have been in the organization for a while.
Nice.
And everything. And we hand out, Coach of the Year. We hand out, we call it Camo Team of the Year, where we have our Real Tree camo jerseys. Those are the only jerseys we have. You can't buy them. Like, you have to earn them.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a privilege to be able to have them. And each year we have one team that we, deem as the previous year.
They got their stripes now and they can rock them. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So to kind of wrap things up, do you guys kind of let the people know like where you can sign up, when your guys' tryouts are? Because I've had people reach out to me and I've had to relay them over to Trav. But go ahead and let everybody know like when tryouts are, when you guys are working on the off season.
Is there social media?
Yeah, social media, all that stuff.
Yeah, we've I think every team has a Facebook page of some kind. Some of them you can go like them. Some of them are private.
They're just
groups.
Facebook pages?
Yeah, some of them are just private groups where it's the younger girls, so you don't want to be putting
the younger
obviously. Kids out there like that. But yeah, we have Indiana Beast softball. We have Indiana Beast 12U Fury. We have Indiana Beast 16U Fury, 18U Fury. Indiana Beast 26 Inferno.
Indiana Beast Magic.
Yeah, Indiana Beast Magic. Rage.
It's kind of funny. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, you got so many you can't even keep track of them now.
Indiana Beast Mayhem.
Good problem to have.
We got Indiana Beast Venom, Indiana Beast Mayhem. Those are our 10U teams. Indiana Beast 12U Fury, Indiana Beast 11U Havoc, Indiana Beast Integrity. Those are our 12U groups. And then we have Indiana Beast Pride is our 14U team. And then 16 is Indiana Beast 16U Fury, Indiana Beast 16U Inferno. And then we have Indiana Beast 18U Rage, Indiana Beast 18U Magic, Indiana Beast 18U Fury. Oh, and then Indiana Beast 16U Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have Indiana Beast Baseball.
Yeah, 14U Thompson.
Yep. So that's probably the best way to do it. Because I'm sure you guys all don't have tryouts at the same exact time. So.
Oh, no, we do.
You do? Okay, all right.
Same day.
So when are tryouts then every year?
Usually it's the last full weekend in July, and then the first full weekend of August is when we do the tryouts. The teams, essentially the whole month of July, there'll be private tryouts going on and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you got a kid that's looking to play softball, baseball, reach out to us. I'm on Facebook. Travis is on Facebook. You can message the Indiana Beast softball page or the Indiana Beast baseball page. And like I said, either way, I mean, we're looking to grow baseball. I guess if there's anything we're trying to promote is we want to get more baseball teams next year. Looking for coaches. If somebody's out there, they're a good coach, and they got a good group or something like that. Like I said, we're trying to grow it. We want to see it go the same way as softball. And like you said, I mean, it's funny the way that the perception of travel ball and stuff like that. Like, we are a 501c3 organization. We don't call it a business. We don't make money. I don't make money. Travis doesn't make money. everything goes back into the girls. We do a lot of fundraising, probably way more fundraising. It'd be a lot easier if we didn't. But the reason we do is we want to see the opportunity for anybody to play.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to ever have a kid come to me that wants to play, that has the talent to play, but they can't afford to.
Yep.
And we help out several parents, several kids, and like I said, the biggest thing is anybody out there listening, let's get that baseball side going.
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Word.
So
We'll do our part in sharing and promoting.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And I'll talk with you guys about some stuff once we go to break.
Yeah. So speaking of that, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back for a couple fun segments with the fellas. So
This was awesome. I think this is the least I've ever talked on a podcast, and I'm usually the one running point.
Yeah.
And like I'm talking over G all the time. I'm just chilling, listening. Take a quick break, guys.
Quick
Thanks.
break. Yeah. Do some trivia.
Out to our sponsors out there that make this possible for us. Above all, construction, complete renovation specialists. Shout out to Derek Lewis and the boys out there serving our community, doing great work. They do interior and exterior work. Give them a call, 765-573-5982 for all your questions and estimates. Shout out High Moon Emporium, Whitney Bush, who owns online women's boutique. She also does handmade jewelry. Contact her on social media for all your needs. Shout out Imagine Burger, Scott Reeder and the crew out there putting in hard work daily. Located 304 West Jefferson Street, Converse, Indiana. Be sure to check out their page on Facebook, which they also have a lot of things going on throughout the month. They have ladies' night, they have trivia night, and they also have open mic night. So get out there and enjoy the vibe. Shout out God's Goons, Brandon and Tara Chisholm, doing great things in the community. Be sure to catch up with Brandon on Mondays as he does a men's group out there. And Tara, she does Bibles and Biceps on Tuesday. Be sure to catch a great vibe out there. If you need prayer, if you need to talk to somebody, they are two great people to get in contact with. Shout out Nicholson Realty 2.0. All those agents out there putting in their hard work. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, contact them as they walk you step by step.
Welcome back to the Blade Sports Culture Show.
Hey, Carl.
What's up, guys?
I already got his word count in for today.
All right.
Let's go.
The new thing that we're doing for the second half of these shows, at least when me and G are on it, is we like to play like fun little segments. And especially when we have guests on, we like to incorporate them to like the fun topic shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so for today's game, we're going to play what's called Rate. Okay, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'm going to give you like 4 things out of this topic, and you have to rate them 1 through 4. 1 being like the best, 4 being the least best. Okay.
The worst.
The worst. Yeah. It's the worst, but this is good shit. Like.
Yeah.
Okay. So
are they working as a team then, or you want to do individual?
I mean, it's individual opinion.
Okay,
It's all opinionated. It's not like right or wrong answers.
Ready for this?
Okay. So sports moments. Okay. We can start with. Yep. 1.
Uncle Ben.
Cubs win the World Series in 2016. Kobe Bryant dropped 60 points in his final game. LeBron James blocks Andre Iguodala. Or Tiger Woods wins the Masters in 2019. 1 through 4.
I feel like I should get like some points if I could guess my brothers because I feel like I already know what it would be. But go ahead.
Go for it.
Well, I know what number 4 would be. I'm going to go ahead and do Travis first, and that's going to be
LeBron?
No, it's going to be the Cubs winning the World Series.
Yeah.
The Cubs win the World Series at number 4.
Honestly,
Okay.
if I had an option, it'd be at like -400.
Yeah, take it off the list, you said.
Yeah.
You're a Yankee fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
I was a diehard Yankee fan growing up. Like Mariano Rivera and Jeter, like obviously were my fucking heroes. Like those are literally my jerseys. Yeah. They were my idols growing up.
Yeah. Okay, 4 for me is the Cubs, obviously, because I could care less.
Braun blocking Iguodala.
Braun blocking Iguodala.
I'm gonna have to go with that because Kobe just kind of Kobe's Kobe.
Kobe dropping
And
60 in his final game. That's
I mean-
a storybook.
Yeah.
ending.
I had tears in my eyes. I didn't let one trickle down, but I had a couple.
That's honestly, that's just Kobe doing Kobe.
Yeah.
And the only thing that rivals that moment for me would be Derek Jeter walk-off single to right field in his final game, final at bat at Yankee
I literally told Carl that should have been one of them today.
That is not on the list.
I know.
He's like,
And then-
We got a judge's decision here.
And then Tiger in the Sunday.
Tiger
Ring.
winning the Masters after all the back surgeries in 2019. God, dude, that was just so good.
Yeah, that's great.
What about you, G? We can go to him.
Yeah, go to Petey.
I'd go with LeBron and the block.
At 5?
Not an NBA fan.
Okay.
Not an
Or at
NBA
4.
fan. And probably Tiger and 3. I tried to golf, and if anybody's seen it, it's really bad.
Oh, me too. I'm terrible.
Yeah, but I like drinking beer and driving the golf cart.
There you go.
So then you got to go with Kobe too, and then definitely. And I am not a Cubs fan. I hate the Cubs, but I don't know how you could not put the end of the curse.
I'm not a Cubs fan either. And I'll let G go before me.
Well, I'm gonna go. I mean, I think I kind of got to go along with what Petey just said as far as like what really was a big sports moment, and I think Bron's probably the least. He's probably got to be the least impactful on that list right there. So I'm going Bron, Block, and Iguodala last.
It's such a big play for his career, though. That's a huge play for his career.
And it's tough because I still want to put the Cubs there, but it's like, I mean, to break that curse, that's like such a huge sports moment. Think from like a Cubs fan point of view, it's like so huge. But
It's the only thing good in your life.
yeah, I'm gonna go Cubs there just because I can't put anything over Tiger winning that Masters and what else? What do I have left?
Kobe.
Oh, Kobe. So Kobe 2, and then Tiger winning the Masters there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have. Fuck, it's probably right.
Probably about the same.
LeBron at 4.
Yeah. All great moments. That's what makes
I
it
have
so hard.
Tiger winning the Masters at 3. Kobe.
We gotta get him on
Kobe.
course.
Dude, you know how I feel about Kobe.
Oh yeah.
Like Kobe at 2, but Cubs winning the World Series, man. I'm not a Cubs fan, but I almost fucking cried. Like, dude, that's just like you for the there were people that lived a whole lifetime that never seen them win.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's
Cubs fan.
wild to think about.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay.
I am happy that the Cubs won, so I don't have to
Hear
my
it.
friends cry
Take
anymore.
it. Yeah.
But-
Same with the Red Sox, though. The fucking curse. Even though I remember staying up, and I remember seeing David Ortiz hit the first one. I'm like, these fuckers ain't coming back from 3-1.
No.
3-2. These fuckers ain't coming back from 3-2. And,
They made a movie about it and shit.
yeah, fever
Had
pitch.
Drew Barrymore in it.
Have you heard the story? But and I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm a Reds fan actually. But have you? So I listened to Sean Casey, the mayor's office, and I think it was Kevin Millar that was on there, and he was talking about when the Red Sox came back and beat the Yankees, and how like the mindset that they had. That like after they got that first game, they were like, "All right, we got this shit."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
over.
bloody
It's
sock
done.
game, like what in the it was
sure.
fucking fate. I think in the World Series, I can't remember who it was a Cardinal, but the last person to get out, his jersey number was 3 for fucking Babe Ruth. Like you can't write it. You can't write it better.
We are literally living my worst nightmare.
Dude, I know. I fucking hated
This
it.
topic, man. I don't see what the problem is.
I hated it too. Mariano Rivera coming out to Sandman was just like the shit when I was growing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Great movie.
okay, so next one. 4 athletes from different sports. I'm going to give you 4 athletes, and you got to put them, same thing. Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Mike Trout, and Lionel Messi.
Man, that's tough.
Mike Trout could be
I
the
think
greatest at baseball
For
ever.
one, like soccer, it's like I
knew he was gonna be
can't-
4 on one.
I can't do it, man. And listen, if God didn't want you to use your hands playing the sport, He wouldn't give them to you. That's the way I look at it. Like, that's ridiculous.
Hey man, let's get
I fuck with
I
the
don't
opinion
get
like
it.
that.
You got a ball, you kick it around and stuff. No, Messi's 4 for sure.
Yeah.
LeBron, again, not an NBA fan. I guess I can't say I never was. Like back in, Michael and Magic and Bird and stuff like that. Like you watch those videos, like it's a whole different game now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
facts.
completely
Most of these
different
guys
game.
wouldn't last, in my opinion. And then 2 would have to be, what were my other options?
You got Tiger Woods and Mike Trout.
Okay, you got to go Mike Trout, although I don't think he's the greatest to ever. I think that's Ken Griffey Jr. Mike Trout, and then I think you got to go with Tiger at the top of the list.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that he's overcame.
Yeah. I think my list is the same exact as Petey's.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say Tiger at 1 just because there's nobody that's dominated a sport like.
I thought you'd have a little bit more leeway with Messi.
I would, but it's just still soccer's just not hit. I mean, we got some guests from the past. It's probably they probably wouldn't be too happy. To hear
They'd
that.
be fucking
they'd be
irate.
furious. They'd be furious. Right
Irate.
now. We wouldn't get no gritties.
But
out of them or
like
nothing,
I'd never played soccer, but I can see why it's big.
Oh, yeah,
like
I can
especially
too.
like I could see
Bro,
why
I
it's
played
big.
soccer. Like we got together with a group of friends a couple times the summer I graduated high school, and we played soccer. And I was like, bro, I could have played. Like,
Why didn't I play
If it weren't
this?
for these other sports that I loved more, like I could have seen myself playing
It's
soccer. But
fucking huge in Grant
it's-
County
it's-
right now.
It's big. It's getting bigger every year too. Like we went down to the training camp for the Colts this year. Me and Tiffany's brother took Zoe down there, and they got that like professional soccer team down in Indy. They're literally practicing right on the other side of the fence. And it's
They're
like,
getting a new
it's
stadium
getting
built
big,
for
bro.
them.
It's getting big. So I think I got the same list. I mean, Tigers. I think you just got to put Tiger at number 1 when it comes to the most dominant athlete in any sport.
I almost had Serena Williams
It's
on the list.
it's unreal. And if you don't like golf, that's cool. But go play golf and then go watch Tiger and his dominance. Early in his career.
What about you, Trev?
LeBron's at 4.
That's wild. This dude was the biggest LeBron fan. when he was in
I
high
still
school.
am a big.
Really?
I do like LeBron.
When you were in high school,
I was Melo. He was Bron. He had
was
I had
it
Oakville jersey, he
the
had
Miami
Irish.
thing that did it?
No, I still like him. I just, honest to God, I hate basketball.
He just can't hoop, bro. That's all it is. He sucks.
But no, I just. What's the point of putting a ball on a rim 10 feet above the ground and then getting mad about it when you miss? I don't get it.
That's
but
facts.
I mean, I know people love basketball, but it's just not for me.
I've seen you get mad when you strike out before, though. That was for no money.
Who didn't?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
just wanna
that's
remind
that's
you,
the way
you
that.
put somebody-
Ryan Howard didn't get mad too much.
Play the sport ahead of him. So.
Yeah.
I'd probably have
You got to put. What do you got? Messi at 3,
2.
2. Yeah.
I'd have
I
Trout
can't
at
argue it because I understand.
I'd have
like,
Trout at 4. I'd have LeBron at 3, and I'd have Messi at 2, and I'd have Tiger at 1. The undisputed greatest. There's no argument.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
mine's LeBron. I love Mike Trout, but
You got to win something.
I was about to
What
say,
has he
he's
really
not
done?
proven.
Yeah,
yet.
you gotta
He's not
win
proven
something.
yet.
like
Obviously,
him
he's
as
elite.
an individual, yeah, he's had good seasons and he's had good runs, but what have they done?
You got to be elite and have some accolades as far as like championships.
And then
I mean, obviously, that's probably the number 1.
yeah, and Messi. I mean, I don't get soccer. It's cool to watch the World Cup, and is there another big one?
No, that's the biggest one. World
Okay,
Cup
so
is.
it's cool.
I mean, there's
watching-
other big ones, but
it's
that's the
cool
big one.
watching the
Olympics.
highlights. I can't watch like they have stoppage time. Like, what is that? Why is the clock not running? I don't get that.
I didn't get that honestly until this year, and I had to have someone like my best friend, like one of my best friends, tell me what it's about, and then I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Well,
But-
then
And
then
nobody knows what the time is, right? Like,
no.
I have
What the stoppage time,
I
like
have
how that
no clue
works?
how it works.
It's like for when like cards get called. Okay, so when a red card or a yellow card gets called, the clock doesn't stop.
So it's a running clock.
It's a running. It's always a running clock. So that time that they take out of the game for the red and yellow cards
then.
is stoppage time.
Okay, I got you.
you,
I
get
got
to,
you.
you get to play after 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. But
The thing about Messi is like you don't have to even watch soccer, but you know the
who
name.
it is.
Just seeing that dude's graphic after the World Cup, after him winning that finally, it was just like, damn.
yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's done something.
yeah.
And then, I mean, Tiger's Tiger.
Yeah.
Like, he has killed it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I know there's people that have more majors than him, but just his run, his run is just incredible.
I brought this up on the show 2 or 3 weeks ago. We were talking about people's top 5s in the NBA all time, and I had just finished watching this Bill Russell documentary on Netflix that they just put out. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's like one of them era things. Because like who's ahead of Tiger, bro? Somebody from like his era, Or is it somebody from?
The argument is what, Nicholas? It's always Nicholas.
Well, that's
it's
what I'm
always
saying. And
Nicholas.
obviously Nicholas was, but that's not his era. Also, you know what I mean? Like, who was Nicholas playing against? Was there a Tiger Woods in the field? Was there another Jack Nicklaus in the field? Like,
There's better comp today than
yeah,
there was
and
back then.
that's what I'm getting to as far as like people like you'll hear people put Bill Russell in their top 5, and go watch that documentary. It looks like a guy that's never played basketball before shooting the ball. So it's like the era, you know, and my comparison then was like the sword's always going to get sharper. You know what I mean? So like you said, with laying that foundation, like they have to blaze the trail first, and then these people can build off that. So the competition's gotten better. You know, overall players are better. So it's, I mean, Tiger in golf, number one, easy.
And regardless if you're a fan of golf or not, if Tiger Woods has got a chance to win the Masters, if he's in the running, you're at least going to look and see where he's at.
You're watching the last 5
The
holes.
ratings.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you look at the ratings. I'm not a golf fan, but Tiger's in it. I'll pay a little
Yeah,
bit.
he made the cut in that first tournament that he just played in last week, I believe.
Yeah.
The Genesis Open. I
He
think.
made the cut, and it's like that's all people need to know, and they're there to watch Sunday. He's tied for what 60 something going into Sunday, and people think he can win it from there. So that just shows you kind of what you had said about Messi. Like even if you don't know golf, you know who Tiger Woods is. So.
Yep.
All right, let's get this last one. Let's get it done.
Two more.
Oh, we got 2 more. Okay.
All right, songs
I'm
of the
ready for
2000s.
I'm ready for the one, so.
Outkast, Miss Jackson, Usher, Confessions Part 2, Lil Wayne, Lollipop, and Creed, One Last Breath. All these were just absolute hitters. Hitters.
Playing on the radio every 5 minutes.
Every fight, yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Petey, you can go
Petey, let's go. Miss
You
Jackson.
got to go Creed.
Creed at
Not a
4.
huge- not a huge fan.
I loved
The
Creed.
best thing about Creed
Homer, huh?
Tom used to have what was it, Scott Stipes in the bar or whatever. Shit. Like, that's the best thing I think about Creed. Usher 3.
You got Lil Wayne, Lollipop, and
Miss-
Outkast, Miss
Solid
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
That number 1?
No, that's
You got
2,
Okay.
Lollipop number
Okay.
1. I fuck with that.
go.
I actually
fuck
had
with
that
there.
CD, so I got to put.
Oh,
I gotta go.
Yeah, he's in there.
Trap.
Creed's 4.
Creed's 4.
Do my boys dirty.
Man, bro.
It just wasn't something that I listened
It's like, what is that word?
I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to him.
They got some hardcore fans.
Oh, yeah.
Like Creed has got them fucking fans that would go to every show, no matter if it's at Clips or fucking Brant's Harley Davidson. It doesn't matter where it's at.
I'm
They're
pretty sure
going.
they're going to be up at Branson. Give it a couple of years.
Right.
Be up there.
Bring your own hot
Open
dogs.
it up for Jackal.
Jackal. Jackal's there like fucking every 4 months.
Shots fired.
Creed, and then Lil Wayne. I got to put him at 3, and only I love it, but only because Brandon Cragen put that on a CD on loop, and it nonstop. I swear to, it was 20 songs. It was Lollipop.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I finally took it out of my CD player and I threw it out the window. And I'm like, dude,
I could see him doing that.
I'm done.
Hey, you want to literally, this is a testament, because like I got another song off the top of my head. Cragen did that too. Two Step by DJ Unk, the remix.
Josh Carroll
We're
did
hooping-
that.
we're
Josh
hooping
Carroll
at the
did that with
courts.
2 Step.
Gas
Swear
City
to God, in
courts.
his fucking black ass Cavalier.
Oh, yeah. Bro,
2 Step.
no bullshitting. It was like James Dean or something. We're down there hooping. And I'm not bullshitting. Cragen like lived right up the hill from the park, so it was every 5 minutes, bro, for like 2 hours straight, just him up and down the hill.
And it's
by
a
the park.
wild song.
Or it was
It'll give you a
DJ Unk
headache.
every time, bro. Every time.
That song will give you a fucking headache.
Shout out to the Bub 15.
All right, what were my other 2 options? I forgot.
Which ones did you say? What, Creed and Lollipop? You got Usher's Confessions Part 2, iconic, and Outkast, Miss Jackson.
Outkast is number 2, just because, like, as soon as Usher starts talking, you're just like,
Oh, he's about to say some shit.
like, you start talking with him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Damn, man.
you're the other side of the conversation. But yeah, that's how it goes.
Having a baby by a woman you barely even know.
Yeah.
Everybody in Grant County.
Everybody in Grant County.
Who you got, Barl?
You already do yours?
No,
Are you waiting? You waiting?
Why don't you go?
Put Creed at 1. Put Creed at 1.
Yeah, you got to. I feel like you
I got
campaigned for a hard
I got
round.
Miss Jackson at 4 because that's like one of my like it was so played but I have more Outkast songs that I like.
Right,
There's other Outkast songs that I
agree.
like.
They
over
made that song annoying too.
Like I love like Hey Yeah, I love Roses. I got Outkast at 4. I got Lollipop at 3. I got One Last Breath at 2, and I got Confessions Part 2 at 1.
I saw a video, a TikTok the other day. I had this dude, and he was shopping at the grocery store, and he was like, when the price of eggs so high, you got to call Usher and tell him. And he played the beginning of the Usher Confession Part 2.
The green screen and
He's
the
like-
fucking I
He's
know
like,
what you're
man,
talking
I'm
about.
at the grocery store right now. He's like, where you at? He's like, I'm at the studio. He's like, all right, man, you're going to have to come down here. He said, bro, I'm at the studio. I can't.
I seen that.
But, yeah, I'm gonna go, let's see,
Make sure you're talking in the
give me
mic.
Outkast, number
4?
Yeah,
Stankonia was a great album,
They
but man,
they overdid that one a little bit.
it's still played
And I'm
like
gonna
a
go
fucking...
Creed at 3, and then I gotta go Confessions at 2.
I knew you were picking Lollipop at 1.
Yeah, and bro,
Shout out Craig.
I'm through and through, bro. WTF baby, number 1 on the list, no matter what. Let's get it.
Shout out the Bub.
Yeah, shout out to the Bub 15.
All right, Adam Sandler movies. Okay, so
Stop looking.
before we go through this list, my wife is going to watch this, and she grabbed this out of my hand as I was like getting some shit before I came in here. And she was like, I hear the fucking button start clicking.
Oh yeah.
She erased one of the movies and added one.
Edit.
I had Little Nicky on here.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite movies. And she replaced it with option number 1, The Wedding Singer.
Erica.
I know it. That's like her shit. The Wedding Singer and 51st Dates are like her 2 favorite Adam Sandler movies. And I'm like, those are like, they're great movies, but like they're like
I'm not mad at the movie she picked. I'm more mad that she replaced
Little
it with
Nicky.
Yeah.
Well,
Nicky.
Big Daddy is number 2. The Waterboy is 3. And Happy Gilmore is 4.
Oh man! All right, I got this. Okay, for one, did the Penguin tell you to do it?
It's too damn hot, bro.
Listen, there could not be a Billy Madison, or they cannot.
I
be,
know it. Billy
Billy
Madison's got to be on there. I
Billy
know. I
Madison
said
is
that.
What set him up?
No,
It was just like, what do I leave off?
I want to touch the hiney.
Yeah. That's
Like,
facts.
what do I? He's
So
just.
we're just gonna act like that's like on a tier
Honorable
of its
mention or
own.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
We
you
can-
have to-
let's add-
everybody knows that that's
fuck it,
number
let's add
one,
Billy
so you
Madison.
just-
Add Billy Madison.
Let's add Billy
1
Madison.
through 5. Let's get it.
That you can't.
That changed everything he said.
No, you just. It's not even that. It's that so many.
He's got so many.
Yeah.
There's That's My Boy, Click. What else am I missing? Fucking 51st Dates, obviously. There's Grown Ups. There's
Grown Ups,
8 Crazy Nights.
Eight Crazy. Oh my God, 8 Crazy
I
Nights.
slept on too because it was
Chuck and Larry.
Chuck and Larry.
Chuck
Yeah.
and Larry.
Want to throw him in there?
Jessica Biel in that movie.
Yeah.
That's a Chuck and Larry. That's like you and Heidi
There you go.
wearing the same shit all the time.
No.
I'm buying
Okay.
you guys the same shoes for Christmas.
Oh God. Wedding Singer for me is 5, just
Yeah.
because it's.
It's a great song. She wanted that fucking song that he sings in there to be our wedding song. That all I want to do is
yeah.
grow old with you.
Yeah.
That song. That was a
is good
jam.
song. That's a jam.
That was a bopper.
He can really sing too.
Oh yeah.
I just think that was one that he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna make it my
It's a good
own.
movie
It
though.
was Drew
It's
Barrymore young in that movie.
Yeah. All right. What are my options again?
All right, now you got Wedding Singer at 5. So you got Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, The Waterboy, and Big Daddy. Pretty much the heavy hitters.
Yep.
Without Lil Nicky.
Can we just do like 1A, 1B, 1C, 1?
No.
Yeah, that's tough.
This is what makes the content though. We've had some tough topics on here.
Well, every time I put one in my head, I'm like, no, that's 4.
Yeah.
Then I get the one liner, and I'm like, nope.
I think I got
Shit.
my list ready to go.
Okay. Billy Madison's 1.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore's 2. Big Daddy's 3. What was the 4th one?
Waterboy and Wedding Singer.
Son of a
Singer.
bitch.
It's so
I
tough.
regret every decision I just made because
Yeah.
It's like The Waterboy and Happy Gilmore are so like interchangeable because
I could watch those 4 movies.
over and over and
Yeah,
over. It's
just
like
put 'em
Step
in
Brothers. It's like Step Brothers and Talladega Nights for me. Like
I could watch.
Me and Trav had the the double DVD set back when they did those of Happy Gilmore
and Billy Madison.
And did it have? I think it had 3 on it, didn't it? Was it Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and Big Daddy, or was it just those two?
It was just those two.
Okay, yeah, but that's what we watched that or Friday every night before we went to bed when we was kids.
Yep, Friday.
Yeah, so
you got Bill, or what'd you say? Happy Gilmore at 4.
no Wedding Singer at 5.
I think you had
Waterboy at 4.
Waterboy at 4. Yep.
And then Big Daddy and Billy Madison at 1.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad though. That's probably pretty similar to mine. I'm going Wedding Singer at 5. Damn, I think I gotta go. Even though I feel like I watched Happy Gilmore more, I feel like The Waterboy has more quotables for me. Like in the actual movie,
I think
like,
so
I think
too.
it made me laugh harder. Like so, I'm gonna go Big Daddy, then Waterboy, and then Billy Madison, because that's literally, I think, his best movie ever.
Billy Madison.
Stop looking at me, Spawn. That's me, though.
Veronica Vaughn.
I think you blew it. It goes Big Daddy at 5.
You're thinking what I'm gonna do?
Wedding Singer at 4, but I think you got to put a star there because that's a great soundtrack.
That's
Wedding Singer? Oh yeah,
Absolutely great soundtrack. I think you got to go Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, and then obviously Billy Madison.
Yeah.
I got a little bit different one. Okay, because one of my favorite movies of all time is Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Period. Like Dark Knight, Big Daddy, Rounders. If you've ever seen that, I got Wedding Singer at 5, Billy Madison at 4, Happy Gilmore at 3, Waterboy at 2, Big Daddy at 1.
I ain't mad at that. I don't think there's a bad list when you.
There's
name all
not.
them
There's
movies,
not.
really.
We'll have to do that with Will Ferrell too. You got Will Ferrell. There's like fucking Leo DiCaprio. It's gonna be fun. Dude.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks. Say what you want about him.
One just popped in my head. It's where he goes back and visits Veronica when he's in high school, and the little fat kid's like, Hey, Billy, I can't wait till I'm in high school. And he grabs him super hard and he starts shaking the little kid's chin.
Don't ever.
Don't ever. Stay here as long as you can.
That was fun. We appreciate
Yeah,
you guys
definitely.
coming. Tell us where we can find you guys again, like on social
on
media.
Facebook.
It's
Facebook, Instagram. We don't really do Twitter. Or
TikTok or anything.
the girls do TikTok, and I can't bring myself to make one.
We
been in
just
the back-
share them.
Yeah.
I've been in the background, and I will share the shit out of
Yeah,
a
everybody
TikTok
else
to
is shit.
everybody.
We got like a little TikTok like group message that none of it's appropriate.
And it's literally, if it's not a TikTok link, it's a ha-ha
Yeah.
or crying laughing faces. It's
That's
literally,
all it is.
there's no other words being said.
Well, yeah, man. We look forward to having you guys back. If you want to get with them, go get on their social medias.
when it's time to do signups, we might have you guys back on.
Yeah,
That's
we
actually
definitely
pretty
want to have you guys
Do
back
that.
on, especially
Absolutely.
probably during the season too, because we want to keep like our guests rolling in. We want to see the progression with our
Maybe
guests.
get a player or two on here.
Yeah. Because we with the soccer stuff, there's a couple girls here in Marion that they made the Olympic development team. So we had them on.
The whole second half of the episode, we had 5 girls and just interview them like, what's the favorite thing about soccer and stuff like that. It was one of our episodes that got the most views.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you guys back, man. Definitely. Thanks for coming. Wanted to give you guys your flowers for what you're doing, because I mean, there's not too many people that'll just go and do that shit for free. So definitely give you guys your flowers and keep killing shit out there, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
I'm higher than Braun, I just need a lighter. Feel like a champ, need a ring for the hand. Cover it all from here across the land. Handle the plans, but you won't understand. So if you ain't know, this is the brand.